In the heart of the great land of Yumuk lived Prince Chidi. He was known for his wisdom and gentle spirit, but he was also blind. Because of this, many young women of noble families, especially those from the wealthiest compounds, rejected him. They believed the king should see his people and the beauty of his land, most especially his queen. Adaeze, the daughter of the second richest man in the village named Chief Obi. Chief Obi always showers his only daughter with expensive gifts. Adaeze was famous for her beauty and arrogance. She had very flawless skin and wears expensive beads and outfits, as her father Chief Obi never stopped gifting them to her, cherishing and loving his only daughter and treasure. Adaeze would sneer whenever the prince approached her and furiously told him off. She would say, "A blind man cannot rule. He can't even see my beauty." One day, while Prince Chidi was walking alone through a familiar path in the village, he strayed towards a tree and was about to eat, but Ifeoma quickly ran to him, stopping him. He was very shocked a maiden of the land actually came to his rescue. Few days later, Prince Chidi was walking down the village path. Suddenly he tripped over a stone mud and fell. He called out for help. Ifeoma, on her way to the market, saw him. She helped him to his feet, her touch gentle and reassuring. She was a poor girl from a small compound, but her heart was rich with kindness. Without a thought for his status or his blindness, she asked, "No, are you hurt?" her voice soft and caring. Ifeoma led him back to the palace, talking and laughing with him the whole way. Prince Chidi kept drawing closer to Ifeoma. They became very good and close companions. She told him stories of her day-to-day life and the small joys she found in the world. For the first time, Prince Chidi felt truly seen. He knew he wanted to marry her. He went to his parents, the king and queen, and told them of his decision, and they agreed. The news spread like wildfire, and soon, the whole village was talking about it, especially when the prince was in sight. Adaeze and the other wealthy maidens would mock Ifeoma whenever they saw her, saying, "The blind prince has picked a beggar," they would say, laughing at her simple clothes, the way she walked, and cursing her out. They ensured that Ifeoma felt more miserable day after day. Adaeze and her friends were not ready to stop insulting Ifeoma anytime soon. Even when Ifeoma takes a walk with Prince Chidi, the sneer never stopped. But Ifeoma and Prince Chidi paid them no mind. Their love was their only truth. On the day of the wedding, the village square was full of people. Prince Chidi and Ifeoma stood before the elders, the king and the queen. As the ceremony began, Prince Chidi spoke, his voice strong and clear. "My people, there is something I must reveal to you all," he said. "I am not blind." A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. "I was never blind," he announced, his gaze sweeping over the shocked faces of the maidens. "My father, the king, and I agreed on this test. I wanted a wife who would love me for who I am, not for my title or my appearance. I was searching for a woman with a good heart." He turned to Ifeoma, his eyes filled with love. "And I found her in Ifeoma, who saw a man in need and helped him, without a single thought of herself." Ifeoma's face brightened more. She smiled uncontrollably as she understood the true depth of his love. This news was no good one at all for Adaeze. She was filled with shame and regret. She's been so focused on Prince Chidi's supposed flaw that she missed the chance to see his true heart. She spent days alone in deep thoughts and regrets, wishing she could turn back the hands of time, but it was already late for regrets. Adaeze, her face flushed with a mix of fury and embarrassment, as she tried to seduce the prince on the village path, but he never paid attention to her, she hissed, her voice low and desperate. "He will see my true beauty now that he can see." The village maiden stared at her in surprise. Adaeze tried for days, but getting the prince's attention was difficult for her. She was shocked as Prince Chidi and Ifeoma walked past her without a word, holding hands. Her plans seemed numerous and foolish. She sat at home angry and thinking of what to do next as her desperation for the prince increases by the day. She visited the prince at the palace with gifts. Prince Chidi received the gift but never smiled or took a second look at her. Adaeze kept on visiting the prince with great gifts trying to please him, but Prince Chidi never said more than a thank you to her after receiving her gift. One beautiful morning, Prince Chidi and Princess Ifeoma sat at the palace conversing happily as usual, and he told her about Adaeze's constant palace visit and giftings, and they laughed over it. Few days later, Adaeze decided to go to the stream where Ifeoma was rumored to always take Prince Chidi. When Prince Chidi arrived with his wife Ifeoma, to see the peaceful spot she loved so much, Adaeze, trying to look humble, saw their hands intertwined. She watched as Prince Chidi and Ifeoma smiled, their face filled with pure joy. They were in their own world, a world where Adaeze had no place. Her act was a failure. The prince had no need for a shallow imitation of the genuine kindness he had already found. Prince Chidi and Princess Ifeoma lived happily ever after, their love a testament to the fact that a kind heart is a thing of true beauty, a light that shines brighter than any jewel. The other maidens were left to live with their shame, forever reminded of the love they had dismissed and the prince they had lost.